Stephen F. is a very good football team. They played Sam Houston this past week, and late in the fourth quarter, they had the football down 20-16 with a chance to score and go up and potentially win that football game. We know Sam Houston's a good team, and they played them really, really well. So we know that we'll need to have a great week in preparation and get ready and play a very good Stephen F. Austin football team. Defensively, they're big. Their nose guard is a big guy, 300-something pounds, and most teams' ends are in that 250, 260 range. They've got a 290 and a 285 defensive end. They're big. They're big up front with linebackers. They basically got three big guys. They put a nose and two ends, and then the other 8 run. So they got three big guys, and then they got a bunch of guys that run to the football. So defensively, they show you a lot of different looks, the ones, if y'all remember Joe Lee Dunn from back in the day, they play that 3-3 stack that Joe Lee Dunn, made famous years ago at Memphis and Mississippi State. They come at you from a lot of different directions. Offensively, they're explosive. They've got, they hadn't been able to, their quarterback, the guy that they wanted to play, I believe, at the beginning of the year, he got hurt, and they've been going with another guy, and they're getting better each week. Their offensive coordinator's a guy named Gary Croton, who was with the Chicago Bears, was their OC, was head coach at Brigham Young, put up a lot of points, a lot of numbers there, and was a head coach at La Tech back in the day when they were throwing the ball all over the park. So they will have a very good plan offensively. So it's a big week for us, biggest game of the year, because it's the next game, and it's one that we're excited about and look forward to seeing everybody out on the stripes on Saturday.
So who's your guy? Who's the receiver you like? Who's the guy you maybe would like to pattern your game after, if anybody?
I mean,
are you a Dez fan, or is there somebody else?
I love Dez. It's just the excitement and the big play making that Odell brings to the game. I love to do it.
Yeah. Without the celebrations in the end zone, right?
Hey.
Let's get you in trouble.
He tried to have one about 2 weeks ago. The ref comes to me and says, "Coach, you better come number 4 down there." Yeah. So, but Roman, he is an exciting football player, and he gets excited when he scores, which is what you want.
Yeah. 41 tackles for loss, and I don't know where that compares to 5 games from last year, but that you guys have done such a good job the last couple seasons of creating negative plays. In your mind, what's the key part of that? How do you do that?
The guys I play with, man, them guys great. They from the ends to the corners to the safeties, they all coming. So they actually make me play harder, because when I hear them guys' name calling and we all like blood, sweat, and tears to hold something and getting it in, it motivates me to keep going. So
I've noticed that the last couple of games at least, you've seen quarterbacks as the game has worn on get a little bit of happy feet. That's got to make you guys feel good when you see a quarterback who is clearly uncomfortable once we get to the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, them guys coming, like from the Chris Chambers to the Terrells to the Eric Jackson, them guys coming, and I'm just blessed to play with them guys.
Yeah.
And now they turn me up, because now I want to get to the quarterback now too. So I've been working with Coach Drew. I'm trying to get my hands right, because the double team I mastered that, but now I want to get with my brothers to get them sacks.
There you go. You only got to beat 2 guys. How hard is that? Come on. You got to be wiped out after a game's over. You got to be exhausted.
Yeah, them guys be 300 plus, so that's 600.
Yep.
Your incredible lives are what make Arkansas so special. That's why doing our part to keep you amazing is our mission. By providing the most skilled doctors and nurses to heal you from sickness or injury, and giving comprehensive care to support your recovery, we're your guide to health. All so you can keep on giving, keep on inspiring,
and keep on amazing.
For the care that keeps you amazing, visit Baptist-Health.com.
Here I am back at UCA. This is where I got my start. Acting in plays, studying literature, writing scripts. Campus has grown so much in the last few years, and the technology is incredible. UCA is where I learned the craft of storytelling and got ready for a career in New York and LA. That's how I got here. Go here and go anywhere. Go UCA.
Daddy was a great coach. He was a scholar. He believed in education. 2 of his sons had doctorates, and the other one had a master's degree. He was a tough guy. He raised tough, and he taught tough, and he was fun. He was a great deal of fun. He played tricks on his neighbors all the time. 3 months before he died at 86 years old, he went over and drove around his neighbor's house in his yard, throwing turf everywhere. And he came back down the road, and I said, "What are you doing? You're not even supposed to be driving this truck." He said, "Well, you told me you're moving me to Springfield. I wanted to irritate him just one more time."
You know, you've always heard that football and sports teaches you cooperation and teamwork and leadership and competition and all that, and it's really true. And I know some of you guys remember the 2-a-day practices, and if you get up at sunrise and put on that old wet jersey from the practice last night, you'd know what determination was, because you didn't want to put that thing on. And or if you were down 2 or 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, you always knew you always thought you were going to win. So you'd never give up, and that's determination.
As a family, we feel very blessed to have had him in our lives. It always brings a smile to my face when I hear his grandkids talking about their Poppy, even though some of them never had the chance to meet him. I believe this is a testament to him forever being a part of our lives through memories and talking about him in our day-to-day conversations. I'm very proud of my dad. He, along with my mother, taught me many life lessons about honesty, responsibility, being kind to others, and most importantly, trusting in Jesus Christ. Thank you, UCA, for this recognition, and thank you to all the family and friends that came today to help us celebrate this achievement.
You know, this place is family. It's just from day one. My first day of class, you know, I came here because of my brother, and I want to thank him because he was one of Harold's players at the U of A. And they kind of conspired and got me to come here. I've never seen the place before. So I rolled into town, and Jimmy, I appreciate that. And my brother Pete and him, when I was little, when I was 7, they used to put me in a helmet and shoulder pads and throw a mattress down on the floor. and then they'd tell me score and throw me a football. Now, one would hit me high. The other one would hit me low, and I don't think I ever scored. But I did learn how to be persistent, and I really didn't want to be an offensive player.
In my career, I accumulated trophies, awards, acknowledgments, and stats. During my time there, I made it into the 1,000-point club, starting over with 600 points my first year and over 400 my second year. All of that was nice, but I just loved playing the game. After high school, Coach Marver and the university nurtured that love. They challenged me and gave me experience and memories that greatly enriched my life. My time here just only made me a better athlete, but a better person. Thank you, and thank you for this honor, for recognition, my hard work, and my love of the game. Thank you.
We had one of the most dynamic track teams around. We won 4 straight AIC championships. We placed second in the nation. And one of my friends, Arthur Harris, was on that track team. And I remember me and Arthur going back and forth one day. We was like, Coach Martin had this thing about, we had 3 things with Coach Martin. 1, he said, hey, I need you to go to class. Second thing was 2, I need you to get a degree. And 3rd, he said, don't make me send you home. So you had to, that motivation every day came on the track where he ran you to death, he ran you until you puked, and then you came back the next day and you did it. And Arthur and I would always say, who's going home first? I was like, it's not gonna be me, so.
Faith, family, freedom, all of which either started or took off while I was here at this great institution. So I can't thank all of you who are here enough for what you have done and for what this school stands for. And any young person that can stand here and listen to me long enough will know You want a happy life, you want your career to take off, it can start right here in this beautiful school. Thank you very much.
Now, I call him the GOAT. I never looked up to anybody. I never wanted to be like anybody, but this guy is Mr. Tyree Davis. No one did it better, and I don't think no one will ever do it better. I would like to thank him for setting that bar so high, because I played behind him for those 2 years. He set that bar so high for me to try to reach it and try to surpass it. You're the only person I ever wanted to be like, and I would like to thank you for that.
At UCA, we have the second highest on-campus undergraduate enrollment in the state, for a reason. Lots of reasons, actually. The University of Central Arkansas. Go here and go anywhere.
What does it mean to be Southland strong?
It's not just big wins.
It's success in the classroom and being engaged with service, family, passion,
integrity,
overcoming adversity,
hard work and dedication,
bettering people around you,
striving for excellence,
leadership and competition
on our campuses,
and in our communities.
We are
Southland strong.
And we welcome you in on a clear but warm night for football back on the stripes tonight. The Central Arkansas Bears looking for win number 5 on the season and looking to remain as the only team undefeated in Southland Conference play. Justin Acree, Chris Kane, thrilled to be alongside you as the Bears host Stephen F. Austin tonight here at Estes Stadium. Hayden Hildebrand continuing his good play. 19 of 30 last week, 293, the 2 touchdowns you mentioned, Chris, and again, no interceptions. The Bears had not turned it over since week 2 of the season, and playing clean football, critical this week against Stephen F. Austin. Despite turning it over 6 times last year, they blew out the Lumberjacks last year down in Nacogdoches, and I know that Steve Campbell would love to keep it clean, and so far Hayden Hildebrand's done a great job of that. 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's at 67% for the season and over 1,300 yards. He is 5th in the country in efficiency. He has a chance to move into number 2 all-time in total offense at UCA with 275 yards tonight. And he's had a lot of weapons, Chris, to work with. Cox, Gordon, Dillard, and Wells, all with 12 receptions or more. And as far as the touchdown lead, it's Gordon and Brandon Myers, the super freshman out of Florida, who only has 8 catches on the year, but nearly half of them, 3, have gone for touchdowns. And defensively picking up where they left off last year, they've continued to be stingy against the run. And taking on a Stephen F. Austin team tonight here on the Stripes that has really struggled to run it. They're averaging just over 2 yards a carry. They only got about a yard per carry last week against Sam Houston. They've done it really through the air, but they've got an offensive line that has really been pieced together, and that has caused some issues both in the run game and protecting the quarterback. They've done a pretty poor job of that. I think they've given up 20 sacks so far this season. That's an area they've struggled in. Oh, by the way, they're playing a team that really loves to get after the quarterback, and this Bear defense, 15 sacks on the year, and they've created a ton of negative plays with 41 tackles for loss.
Bear fans, welcome to the Stripes, your Central Arkansas Bears.
The short side of the field, Blumrick straight back, getting some late pressure, and he is sacked at the 45-yard line, and that will end the threat. It is Jackson on the negative play for the Bears. Why he did not throw it away there, Chris, and give a receiver a chance is beyond me. A man in motion, speed sweep, and Berry in the backfield. The Bears read it perfectly. Chris Terrell buries the running back in the backfield, and that was a beautiful read and play there defensively. It was actually the wide receiver, Bentley, who came in motion on a speed sweep. Under pressure, down he goes again. And a violent sack by Jackson, his second of the night. My goodness. Throw right side, receiver screen to Williams. He is dropped for a loss, and it is going to be 4th down again. Jalen Lofton with a perfect read on the throw to Williams, and they were having none of it. Takes it, quickly throws over the middle, has his man at the 45-40. By a defender to the 30, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Central Arkansas, Lester Wells. A beautiful throw and catch, and he finally got a guy loose. One quick move in the end
zone. Threw it over the linebacker there in that soft zone coverage, and Wells really did a great job there because he had all this room in front of him. He had to decide which way to go. Do I go left? Do I go straight? Do I go right? Started peeling up towards the sideline, made one more man miss, and he realized there was nothing but stripes in front of him.
Crossley again, finally some running room, right side, out across the 20, 25, 26-yard line. Roman Gordon with a late block to help spring him beyond the 25-yard line, and a first down for the Bears. There goes Crossley again, stop and go move, still on his feet, out across the 30, 35 has some room, knocked out at the 40-yard line, and that was all Kier Crossley as the stop and go ends up with a first down move. Hand off, Crossley again. Bears finally found something they like in the run game, out to the 45-yard line, so he got the penalty back and then 5 more. It's actually going to be closer to an 11-yard run by Kier Crossley, 501 earlier this season. Very likable guy, much like the rest of the linemen. Hildebrand throwing down the middle. Caught by Cox at the 15-yard line. Right over the head. He dropped it in over the safety. On play action. Going to the big ball. The Wells in the end zone. Excuse me. That is Myers. Touchdown, Central Arkansas. I saw it. I knew it. And I called the wrong name anyway. Who else? The freshman. His 4th touchdown of the year. And he is becoming a star for this Bear football team, Chris. All he does is catch touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
4 and 9.
9 receptions.
That's impressive. That's a pretty good ratio. Any receiver in the world would love to have a ratio like that. And boy, what a big play after the setback on the hold. It was Brandon Myers again from Hayden Hildebrand. There's a real trust factor there.
Single coverage, too, and Hildebrand knows if he just throws it up in the vicinity of Myers, he can come down with it.
Blomrick will pass. Has time. Now he steps up in the pocket and he trips down and will go to the turf. And Chris Terrell is going to be credited with a sack there, Chris. It's about a half a yard, but a negative play nonetheless, and it'll be timeout Stephen F. Austin. They're working with the win again. Deep ball down the left side to Pace, over the shoulder, caught for a touchdown, Stephen F. Austin, and that was the worst case scenario for Central Arkansas. A beautiful throw by Blomrick over the shoulder. Only Pace had a shot at it.
At UCA, students come in with the 2nd highest ACT and GPA in the state and leave with a career that's second to none. The University of Central Arkansas. Go here and go anywhere.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
Handoff, right side, buried, and then fighting through a tackle. It will be a loss on the play. Raphael Garner and Graves teaming up on the tackle there as the handoff was given to Jawan Day. Hold is good, kick is up, and it is through the uprights. So the Bears trail, 3-man front, dropping 8. Draw play, Crossley, across the 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield, 45, ducks a tackler, 40, 35, and a huge gain by Pierre Crossley, one of the few positives for the Bear offense. Hildebrand, the holder. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt for Matt Cummins. Kick is up, and it is buried. Matt Cummins again, who has yet to miss. Pace, Gorey, among a 3-receiver set to the wide side of the field, which is the left side for Blumrick. He'll hand it off instead. And buried into the turf by Chris Terrell is the Lumberjack running back. Lost on the play. So a beautiful play there. Great reaction by Chris Terrell. And a big 3rd down coming here. Amos, handoff. Stopped for a loss on the play. The Bears blew that up out of the gate. They knocked him backwards, and then he got held up by his own offensive lineman to keep his feet, and then the Bears closed in on him like sharks with blood in the water. Fakes the handoff, outside Gordon. Stop and go move again. Still on his feet, out near midfield. So you know what? I'll include Gordon in the mix. Now Gordon is part of the positives for the night. Fakes the handoff. A dart in the seam again. It's Dillard. He's inside the 35-yard line. Another nice throwing catch. He's still on his feet. They're going to whistle it dead. He felt like he didn't go down. He looked like he landed on top of a defender there, Chris, and may have had an argument. Quarter. Hildebrand with Crossley set behind him. Fakes the handoff. Left side throw. They go to the slot again. It's Gordon. It's caught. Another first down, and they have gone back to the well again and again, and it keeps on working for Ruiz. 3:08 to go, and a chance for the Jacks to go in front. The hold of Cottingham. Low snap again. Kick is up, and it is good. So now the Jacks lead it 20-17 on a night filled with missed opportunities for Central Arkansas, who is does not have the biggest of legs and only had one touchback coming in, and he's working into the wind. High kick, caught by Battle at the goal line. Across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's down the right sideline, gets a block across midfield, 45, sidesteps a man, 35-yard line, what a return! No flag, Cedric Battle with a huge return for the Bears!
Cedric Battle letting his block set up for him. Wow. That was a beautiful job by him of being just patient enough before turning on the turbos.
3rd and 4, ball at the 17. Fakes the handoff, Hildebrand, time to throw, going left side, has a man wide open, touchdown! Central Arkansas, Roman Gordon came up big again! Are you kidding me? The Bears are back in front!
Roman Gordon fighting off the press coverage at the line there, being physical and tough and getting the separation he needed to find that opening for the touchdown.
And you saw it set up. He got separation. There were 2 defenders over there, and he was wide open. It's just like make the connection, Hayden. Find him and catch the ball. He was wide open. He was actually backpedaling when the ball came into him, and he backpedaled his way to 6. 23-20 with 1:30 left. A long way to go, but the Bears, for the moment, have possibly dodged an upset attempt here from SFA. Blumrick again. He'll try it again. Under pressure again, and he's sacked! And he is sacked. That is exactly what he did not need and exactly what the Bears did.
Chris Chambers in there, Eric Jackson in there, the host of defenders.
Blumrick rolls. Blumrick sacked again. Cannot have it any better. George Odom comes up big again, and that was a huge mistake by Blumrick. You've got to get rid of the football because not only do you have to use a timeout, but you also make it 4th and 80 here. I mean, it's like 4th and forever. 4th and 24, 27 at FSA. Blumrick under pressure, and he is down again, and that will do it. Central Arkansas is going to hold on for a 24-20 victory, and they will get another win and stay perfect in Southland Conference play. And a fired up Nathan Brown got me again. Son of a gun.
2 things on that play. Number one, it looked like you had trouble getting separation early at the line of scrimmage, but once the ball was in the air, you never took your eye off of it.
I mean, he pressed me, he tried to jam me, and I faked him inside. He tried to hold me, and then I fought off him, and he fell, and I was just like, I'm wide open. Hayden, I hope you see this. And he got to me when we scored.
During that last drive, you had a couple of situations where you sacked the quarterback. I believe your first 2 sacks of the year. Talk about those and how they developed.
The running back kind of stepped forward and blocked the end. And so on that, I just tried to move forward, go to my guy, and I just seen him break. I just had to go get him.
We need to understand from here on out, everybody, you're going to get, now you hear it, but you know, that's coach talk. You're going to get everybody's best shot. You're going to get everybody's best shot. This is their shot at the title. You're going to get their one title shot. I'm going to get up for it. Their one deal. I get to go to the NFL. If I got to go to the Olympics, don't let me in the Olympics. Hell, I would die in the attempt to win. That's whenever somebody plays you, that's what you're getting. So be ready for it. We got to prepare during the week. We didn't play our best game. You guys know that. Our best game's still out in front of us. Oh, I tell you what, you guys played hard. We played hard. Yes, keep laying it on the line, and let's improve each week in practice. Let's improve each day in practice, and let's go get that one's down. That one's down. Enjoy it for 24 hours. Then let's focus on the next one. Y'all got me? Yes, sir. Hey!
We got it. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey!